Good day everyone. I am Rizan Carolino, a BSc English student, and today I am going to discuss all about the rules in volleyball. So, by the way, I am the first discussant on this topic. Before we proceed to our main topic, I want first to define what is the meaning of rules. So, in volleyball, the rules serve as a set of guidelines and regulations that govern the gameplay and conduct of the players. So, these rules are in place to ensure fair play, safety, and consistency in the sports. They outline various aspects of the game, including the dimensions of the court, the number of players on each team, the scoring system, and the allowed technique and actions during gameplay. So, the rules also address player behavior such as sportsmanship, fouls, and penalties. In volleyball, the facilities and equipment play a crucial role in ensuring the game is played correctly. So, the playing area consists of a court with specific dimensions and markings, so including a safety space around it. The net is centrally spaced, dividing the court into two equal halves. It has a precise height of 7 feet or 2.24 meters for men's competition and 7 feet or 2.43 meters for women's competitions. The net acts as a barrier that players must clear when making a play. So, additionally, the balls used in the game must meet certain standards set by the governing bodies. So, these standards include the size, width, and materials of the ball to ensure consistency and fairness during gameplay. So, adhering to these rules regarding facilities and equipment help maintain a level playing field and ensures that the gameplay is played according to the established guidelines. In volleyball, the participants involved in the game include the player, coach, trainer, and medical staffs. So, it is important to have a medical staff in volleyball to ensure the safety and well-being of the players and provide immediate medical attention in case of injuries or emergencies. So, a team is composed of players who wear jersey, shorts, and sports shoes as their equipment. So, the rules dictate the number of players allowed on the court, the maximum numbers of substitution allowed, and the specific position players must be adhered to during gameplay. So, each team is allowed a certain number of substitution throughout the match, and this substitution must follow the designated rules and be conducted with specific moments of game. So these rules regarding participants, equipments, substitutions, and team positions ensures in fairness, strategy, and organized gameplay in volleyball. Next is playing format. So matches are typically played in the best of 5 sets format. So the first 4 sets are played to 25 points, meaning the team that reaches 25 points first with a 2-point advantage wins the set. So, however, if the set scores reaches a tie at 24, the set continues until one achieves a 2-point advantage. So, the fifth set, also known as the tie break set, is played to 15 points. So, again, with a 2-point advantage required to win the set. So, this format ensures that the matches have a competitive and exciting nature, allowing for potential comebacks and intense moments. Next, the actions of play include serving, attacking, blocking, and defending. Each action has a specific rules that players must follow to ensure fair play and maintain the integrity of the game. So, when serving, players must stand behind the end line, hit the ball over the net, and keep their foot behind the line until contact is made. And attacking involves spiking the ball over the net with an open-handed hit, avoiding any contact with the net. Next, blocking is a set of defensive skill where players attempt to intercept or deflect the ball hit by the opposing team before it crosses the net. So, defending requires players to position themselves to receive and control the incoming ball from the opposing team. Next, interruption during a match include timeouts and substitution. Timeouts are visual breaks in the game called by a team to regroup, strategize, or disrupt the momentum of the opposing team. So, each team is typically allowed a certain number of timeouts per set, specified by the competition rule. So, substitution, on the other hand, involve replacing a player on the court with another member of the team. Substitution can be made for various reasons, such as tactical changes or to provide rest for players. The number of substitution allowed per set is also determined by the competition rules. So that's my report all about. And for my conclusion, the rules in volleyball serves as a set of guidelines and regulations that govern the gameplay and conduct of the players. So these rules ensures fair play, safety, and consistency in the sport. They cover various aspects such as facilities and equipment, participant rules, playing format, actions of play, and interruptions. The rules dictates the dimension and markings of the court, the specific positions players must adhere to, the scoring system, and the allowed techniques for serving, attacking, blocking, and defending. So, this outline the number of substitution and timeouts allowed per set, providing teams with strategic opportunities and necessary breaks. So, by adhering to these rules, volleyball matches can be played in a structured and organized manner, promoting a playing field for all participants.